Happy Labor Day for those who are here. You might hear some kids in the background playing. Hopefully you guys are doing well. I just figured I'd share with you and some of the things that we're doing with the app for those of you interested and how we've been helping other businesses. So I'm going to minimize myself if I can. There we go. All right. So here I am inside the app, and I'm kind of setting it up if someone was a brand new user. And this is the Twilio account. So we're using Twilio. And for those of you guys don't know, like the reason why I started this whole process is I was helping a small business owner who was struggling to get some new customers. And they were in the service industry. And so I was like, you know what, let's set up some things so you can start getting some business. And so they were just using paper coupons, kind of like to generate leads. And in doing so, they would get a consistent amount, but they were paying a lot for it because typically a paper coupon will only cover a certain geographical area. And they will pay a certain amount, which can get kind of expensive just for a limited amount of exposure. So what I did, I said, hey, do you have a list of your customers? They're like, yeah, we have a list of over 2,000 people. I was like, great. So what I did is I took and had been working with several different messaging software. And the first time we did it and we sent out this massive text. And when we sent out this text blast, it was a really good offer. But one of the problems was it was one of those 4-digit numbers. So that 4-digit number only correlated to being able to respond back to the actual system. And the business owner had no ability to communicate. And a lot of people wanted to actually phone in to make an appointment. So I said, okay, that's not going to work. So then I started looking into another platform, and we ran into another issue where we set up a phone number and then it didn't have call forwarding. So the business owner literally had a bunch of people who were trying to call a number that was broke and didn't work. And so it was like problem after problem after problem. So I was like, you know what, I'm sick of this. So I'm just going to go ahead and just make something that I thought would be helpful and what was needed for what I do to help other business owners. And I know a lot of people do that because we typically advertise and we want people to call our business. So one time we set up this one campaign, and the business owner had their phone number was so busy that people started getting pissed off because they couldn't get through. And so I was like, oh man. So now every time you think you solve a problem, you find a new problem. And so then we had to go, okay, well, we need to figure out a way to drip feed over a scheduled campaign, which means basically we only send out a certain amount of the message, especially when we're running a special deal like, say, a Labor Day deal. So those of you who are struggling and maybe going, hey, I need more business, this is a great opportunity for you to realize there's a lot of ways to capitalize to help people by helping your business at the same time. Okay, so here I am in the system. I went into my Twilio account, and basically I just grabbed a Twilio account authorization code. I went ahead, set it up, authorize it, and now I'm in. Now this is a demo account, so but you can add your Facebook page here and it'll connect to you. And so your page can actually collect leads out Facebook leads. You can message the page to people who are interested. And so it has that ability to communicate. But let's just get into something simple because we just uploaded the to a new server. So I'm going to test some stuff with you guys and just show one little quick thing, what I thought was pretty cool, and how we solved that problem around getting around the drip feed campaign issue. All right, so nobody's messaging me. I'm sorry, I won't be able to see if anybody's responding. I'll make sure to leave something in the message below if you guys want. This is a Labor Day special. I'm going to run it for a limited time, and let's get into a campaign. All right, so to set up a campaign, there's outbound and there's inbound. So most of the time when you're running something, you tend to run an ad and you send people to a landing page. But if you already have an existing list of customers that you are maybe underserving, and when I say underserving, meaning you're not like continually, especially if you're in the coaching or you're in a space where you're trying to get people a result. If you're in a service base, you're trying to give them a result for something that they're trying to do, whether it's fix something, take care of something. But somebody who especially coaches and entrepreneurs who are like fitness and stuff like that, like you're trying to get somebody to the next level. And so one of the things that I believe in is communication, checking in, staying on top of your people. So what we did is we set up a scheduling ability to determine when you want the message to go out and set it to Pacific Standard. So I can pick my date and say September, say I want tomorrow, and then I could set the time. and I could pick the time. Say I want it at 8:27 a.m. hypothetically, right? And I put in my message. And one of the cool things we can do here is we can have more than one phone number. So on my other account, not my demo account, I have a list of like 10 different numbers. And so that 10 different numbers allows me to text and see, okay, one, I could forward it to make sure my business gets that incoming phone call if they have a message. And then two, if I want to see what's working, what's not, I can test different phone numbers. So some people who use flyer ads are like, hey, yes, I believe in flyers. I believe in paper advertising or digital marketing. I want to put a phone number, but you have no way of tracking, especially with phone calls. It's kind of hard. So you want to use something like a actual a number. All right, so say we set up hi, go add their first name. Get your, say there's certain discount, XYZ discount. And say we visit or respond to this message. Boom. And I could send this out. I could add an image, which is pretty cool. So say I took, say I took my Labor Day special. That looks too big. But one of the cool things is we had an issue when you send out text message and you upload an image or a video, it switches from an SMS to a MMS. Basically, that means you're getting charged more money. So I wanted a user, which is a business owner or somebody who's a coach, entrepreneur, or even a advertising agency, to limit the amount of ACoS and have the most control. So what I went ahead and did is set it up. The image that's being sent out is actually not an MMS message, meaning you can still view it, but it doesn't cost you the extra money that it would typically view. And say hypothetically, I wanted to add a video, so I can come up here, hit start recording video in my camera. It probably won't work because I'm already on camera. And then I can change up and add some cool things. And I can also do a voice recording. So say I wanted to go encouraging message to my people, I can hit, hey, start record message, boom, and add this to it. The only thing right now with iOS, I will let you know the video, for some reason, it's not playing on iOS, so we're still in the process, but Android, it works fine. So we're updating that. All right, so then I schedule it, boom, I hit send. I'm gonna save it as a draft because I don't have a phone number actually connected to this account. So that's one thing, boom. So if you guys are like, hey, where's your phone number? This is my dummy account. I do have money in here, so I guess I could technically buy a phone number and just play with it. But I just wanted to share this with you guys, at least give you guys see what I'm doing. And one of the coolest features, and features versus benefits. And a lot of times when we talk to our audience, to the people we're trying to sell to, we talk about features. But what's the benefit? The benefit of having this scheduled campaign is, one, people can set up their campaign the night before, the week before, whatever it is, and walk away and know that's going to work because our servers are live. The second part is, if I wanted to drip feed this out, the benefit is, if say I have a super awesome deal where someone might want to book an appointment, the benefit is going to be, if I say only send 100 subscribers every, say, 2 hours, then I set that value. That value is then set so then the business owner doesn't get swamped, and where people get pissed off and they can't answer the phone call. And they, like, if I call someone who has a super discount, I might call twice and then I'm not calling back again because I'm like, okay, they're too busy, I'm too busy, boom, I'll move on later. And so that opportunity that has just passed and closed. So you have to figure out what's best for your ideal customer and how that works for them. And how like, if it's a super sexy offer, I'll use the word sexy. I apologize if you guys listen to my podcast. The reason why I use the word sexy is because sexy usually causes an emotional response where you look at somebody and have a response. And so I believe the same thing about marketing. Marketing is about having that emotional response. And so if you can create something to where you create an offer that has that emotional response, people will look at it and they'll go, wow, they'll stop what they're doing. That's what your ad should be doing, whether it's in the news feed of a social media platform or if it's on a paper advertisement. It's not my first choice, but it is something that you can do. So create that offer here and let it go and understand that, okay, we're gonna pace it out because we need to do that for your business. All right, next step, web forms. So what's a web form? So when we in marketing world, I'll try to keep it simple because sometimes everyone's at different levels of understanding. So a web form is basically a place for someone to opt in information and say, yes, they want access to this thing that you're offering. So you're going to collect their data. You're always going to exchange information for what you're giving somebody. So we're going to create a new web form. And what this web form will do is, the problem we had is a business owner would come and say, hey, look, I'm not getting any leads. And I'm like, what? You're not getting any leads? What? How's that possible? So here we're going to do a test Labor Day. So if someone's not getting leads, you're like, that's not possible. I just saw 200 people opt into your business, and it doesn't make sense. What would happen is, a lot of times people would have somebody call in, and the person who answers the phone is like, the business owner usually doesn't know what's happening. And so they'll answer the phone and they'll say, oh yeah, so, and they'll either be rude, discourteous. Who hasn't had somebody be like, the business owner knew I'm about to drop 10 grand on your services. And if the business owner knew how you were talking to people, like, you'd probably be fired. So as a person who really sees the value and understand how important your customer and clients are, I set it up in a way so businesses can get notified that, hey, so-and-so is interested in your services. So not only will the person who's interested get the discount texted to them, but also the business owner can get notified, like, hey, look, Mary Jo or whatever that person is interested in your services. So I wanted to make this that's why I call it a lead generation system. And we're still adding more features because I didn't want a business owner to miss a lead. And I feel like a lot of times we're so busy, and whether you're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, there's so many different social media platforms, and you're trying to maintain, and a lot of times people who work on your team are sending messages from their personal cell phone. And so wouldn't it be cool just to come in and just use one platform that you and your team can log into and see the communication history, see what people are saying, so you have a little bit of control. And then if there's a problem, you know what, you can handle it. So that's been the vision and goal for this, because to me, I know there's a lot of messaging systems out there, but the ability to ascend people, not just sell people, but ascend people to communicate to them, to give them the result that you're wanting to promise, that's what's important to me. And one way is accountability. So notification subscriber, dear, we say hi, and then we'll add in their name. Boom. Here's your discount code, or you can say something like, or visit here to get the discount code, or schedule your appointment, whatever that is you're going to do. And then the list, you would have a list of your different phone numbers here. You know what, I should almost log into my other account so you guys can see this. I don't want to put all my public phone number out there info. And then you could select a different phone number or to send a notification to the subscriber. So this will be your subscriber list. Oh, you know what? We didn't create a list yet. So let's do this. Let's come back to this. So we go subscribers. And create a new list. We're going to call it Labor Day list. Great. We'll go back to our web forms. Again. Demo. And then we're going to put in this person's info. Hey. There we go. Hey, here's your discount. Book a call now. Whatever you want to say. Okay. And then subscriber list. Now we're adding it to the Labor Day list. And so all those leads that come in will come in and be added to that list. And then from here, we're going to send a notification. We select a number for a notification, and then notification to the business owner. You go, hey, say the person's name is Mike. Hey, Mike, mama, and we add in the opt-in user, so the subscriber's first name. Then we want to add in the subscriber contact number. Just opted in for your business. Call them ASAP, please. All right. So you have that, and then you select another number, so that number goes in, and you can have a success URL. The success URL is kind of like a thank you page, and so we're just going to put www. All right. Okay, so then we hit create. This is a new account. When you're always testing stuff, this is live. I'm like, oh man. So I get my embed code. Here's my embed code. I could take this, copy this, and then close it. And then I could put it on one of my web pages. So if you guys can see the power of this, you're probably like, hey, what does that look like? Let me come over to just create a new page. And we'll do a simple opt-in. So for those of you who have to go, just leave a comment. If you have any questions, I'll be make sure to hit you back, or whatever you have questions on. For those of you who want to stick around, awesome. All right, so let's do a quick little edit. Now remember, we still haven't connected a phone number, so this is going to be just demo purposes, but we have been testing this out, and we are just in the early phases of doing a launch, so we haven't officially launched this yet, because I've been working to improve this the most amount possible, and this is where I finally feel comfortable enough to actually go, you know what, you can use the system, and I'm not embarrassed or anything like terribly is going to ruin your day. And I think we've all purchased some product where we've had something and be like, what the heck is going on? All right. All right, so here we have an opt-in. So we would delete, even though I love how pretty these look, can't delete my business, if they can't help my business. Then, I got to delete this actually. And we're actually in the process of updating this so we can have sexier, prettier forms. But basically here, this is what it would look like. And I would pick a text to match this text and go from there. And then now this person can put in their information and subscribe. And if they want to get the text coupon, so especially when you're working in the text world, you don't have to use a landing page, but if you want to, you can. And here's an example of it. All right, cool. So Facebook leads is another one that we've been working on, and I'll get into that another time due to my wife probably going to kill me from being away for Labor Day setting this up. If you guys have any questions, please leave them below. And if you want access to the Labor Day special, just respond in the chat, or I'll probably just drop a link, and it'll be up for a couple of days at this lifetime discount that we are doing. And my passion is going to be behind this for many, many years to come, because I believe messaging is one of the essential tools, which is communication. Like, break down the communication barrier to where we can talk to our people. And like over 50% of people want to talk to your business via a messaging system. So whether it's on social media or not, my goal is just to be one place for you to do all of your messaging and to communicate to your clients. Right now we have Facebook integrated, and we have more to come, but I just wanted to share with you guys where I'm at and where I'm planning to take this in the future. That's also why I'm operating at a massive discount and a lifetime license as we continue to build this up. Happy Labor Day to everybody. Take care, keep your family safe, and have a great one. Talk to you soon.